All right, we're going to do a music reaction video. We haven't done it for almost a full-on year.
I know, seriously.
Yeah, because Igor came out in October.
Wait,
it came out in October.
Fans?
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
So we are going to be listening. Oh yeah, so the Igor thing was like a year ago in October.
Yeah, when we made that video, we didn't have anything like up on the walls.
Oh,
that was like before you moved in, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna be listening to this. In case it's too sick, we got our masks here. And it's basically Rapsody. She put out a song called 12 Problems. And let's see.
We haven't listened to it at all yet.
Oh, I listened to it.
Oh, well, I have not listened to it at all, so I have no idea what's coming.
Rhapsody's, what do you think of Rhapsody real quick?
Okay, honestly, with Rapsody, the thing with her is I do really like her, but I think she could always, she has potential to be like amazing, like one of the best rappers ever.
In the game.
Yeah, her songs were always good, and I wanted to love them, but I just couldn't because I was like, dang, she could just do so much more.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to hear this one because apparently it's really good.
I'm just gonna play it and let's see what happens.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to listen to it again because I feel like there was a lot of content in those lyrics.
Yeah.
But
do you want to listen again? Or not really?
Okay, no. I think honestly I just need to process it first and then listen to it again. But
do you want me to pull up the lyrics?
Yeah, that's a good.
I honestly thought No Name would come out with something like this. Because she's been like
really vocal
about this stuff. And I mean, I guess I would say they have different styles, but I feel like in terms of this content versus this content feels like a no name tweets, right?
Yeah. I mean, but there's a lot of people who tweet like this.
Yeah, I guess I'm just talking in the hip hop world.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that's what I really like about this song is that it addresses everything that we've been talking about. Because honestly, J. Cole has not really been talking about this. Kendrick Lamar hasn't come out with anything yet. And there's other rappers. Actually, let me look at what Chris sent me.
Oh no.
I posted how much I loved like this song. What did he say? He said the Bigger Picture by Lil Baby is way better.
Can I listen to that one?
Well, wait, hold on, not yet. Let's talk about this video. So he said the Bigger Picture by Lil Baby is better, and I thought that was really funny because like it's a good song by Lil Baby. I'll play it for you in a bit, but it's I don't think there's a better or worse. I mean, it's like someone's just rhyming over a beat. So I think hip hop people, and this is just me starting to speak about hip hop in general, I think it's funny how people are like, the top 10 rappers are this, or like the greatest rap album of all time. It's like, dude, just say you like it, or just say it's your favorite thing in hip hop.
Yeah.
And in my personal opinion, I think this is one of the best hip hop albums. One of the best like hip hop songs, like in my mind, from stuff that I've heard. But it's not like objectively the best.
Yeah. What makes you think it's one of the best ones?
I think the fact that she took 99 Problems by Jay-Z, because I think Jay-Z made 99 Problems at a time when you could talk about issues like in the African American community, but you couldn't be too serious about it.
Yeah, because
I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. And it's like,
but he does talk about like getting pulled over by the police.
He does, but it's like comedic.
Yeah.
Like, you remember the cop is like, oh, no. Like the way he talks and stuff. And it's like, I think it's a great song, but it's sort of catered, like it goes through a lens of something that I think white hip hop listeners would like. Whereas this is like very political.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't think conservatives would like this song.
Yeah.
But I think they could like 99 Problems because it's so catchy and it's like you could dance to it and it's funny and stuff.
Yeah.
So, do you want to get into sort of the subject matter in this song?
Yeah, let's do that.
I think some of my favorite lyrics are, get off my neck, unless you a Cuban link. You a Cuban link. A Cuban link's like a chain. Mm-hmm. And then get off my neck, obviously, is referring to George Floyd, which I think is really important. And I think, like the Cubans, I don't exactly know what she meant by that. But when I think like the Cubans, I thought of Fidel Castro. And that's revolution. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think the peasants in Cuba are actually a very similar, in a similar position to, I think, poor people in general, but specifically the Black community. Mm-hmm. And I would throw in the Latino community as well. Yeah. And then I think this also solidifies that. Think you'll never get Asada back. She's talking about Asada Shakur. Yeah. Who is a Black Panther and Tupac's mother. Mm-hmm. And see, so that all relates. Like, Tupac is a descendant of the Black Panther culture. Right. So I feel like the fact that she tied all that together with 99 Problems by Jay-Z, it's like West Coast and East Coast. Like, people used to care so much about how Tupac was the West Coast, Jay-Z was East Coast, and like that was the battle. But we're not fighting each other anymore. We're all hip hop, and we're fighting against the powers that be that are oppressing us. Yeah, right. And she says, like, in the backseat of a patrol car, that's luck they ain't call the coroner. It's just like, that just really shows, like, the issue here. It's like, oh, thank God I'm just, like, in the back of the patrol car and I didn't get killed. Like, that's a blessing. Yeah. That's so sad. Yeah, and I think that's, especially now with just people getting shot in general, even just for, like, protesting, which is absolutely wild. Yeah. And then I think, I just love that I got 99 Problems and 12 still the biggest. Yeah, taking that fuck 12 slogan. And I think every month March. That's wild. Yes. Because March is when the George Floyd thing happened, correct? Was it March? No, I think it was after that. Or was it May? Oh, it was May. Then why is it every month March? Let me see. Let's see the lyrics again. There's something that happened in March because it's capitalized, but she's also saying every month March. 33 Nip got a heavy heart. Oh, did Nipsey Hussle die in March? Oh, I think he did. How do you know all these? I don't know. I think of it in terms of what was happening in my life. And I'm like, that happened in March, I bet. I'm really bad at remembering when things happened. Oh, yeah. March. Mm-hmm. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, because she also ties in Nip. 33 Nip got a heavy heart. Was he 33? Maybe. Wait, what? Can I see the lyrics after that? Cops kill lawfully, no remorse. That's fascinating. So his killer in jail, y'all don't get that part. Cops kill lawfully, no remorse. So Nipsey Hussle was killed, and his killer went to jail. But when the cops kill, they don't get that part. And it's lawful, no remorse. Yeah. That's wild. Yes. The next lines are so good too. I don't want to hear arguments no more about black on black. When white on white, they kill them too. Dude, Donald Trump, okay. Oh my God. They asked him about police killings and he's like, yeah, but white people get killed more at a higher percentage. And I'm like, or not more. What is it? It's like white people, there's more white people killed, but the percentage is lower, right? So Donald Trump is saying that there's more white people killed in America by police, but the issue is, why? How is that good? It's not good. Police shouldn't be killing people, period. Yeah. And so I think it's man, conservatives have such weird, ridiculous arguments. Well, and like mass shootings too. It's like those were all white people, and a lot of the people involved in those shootings were white too. That's white on white crime. That is white on white crime. So so I think this is brilliant that Rapsody brought it up. Like, yeah, there's white on white crime. That's not a defense. That's not a defense for white people killing black people. It's not. And also, why do we focus so much on black crime? Why is that a common phrase that people use? Like black on black crime. It's like, why don't we popularize the
quote, white on white crime when that happens so much.
Yeah, and also, then it goes, black men in jail for an ounce or two. For us, it's punishable, and they still ain't free.
Also, wait, speaking of that, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is 12 specifically the department of the police that's like drugs?
I don't know. It's a slang term for police or any law enforcement officials.
But I thought it came from
police. On Urban Dictionary, it says it means fuck the police drug unit. So probably, narcotics officers or the DA. Yeah. So I want to be real here again with what I think about politics. I know I always bring it back to this, but it's extremely important. So she's saying black men in jail for an ounce or two. For us, it's punishable and they still ain't free. Biden wrote the 3 strikes bill. Biden wrote it, and there's like, he hasn't really come out against it. I mean, he said he regrets he regrets the impact it had. But if you really wanted to win, wouldn't you come out stronger against that and say you turned a new leaf and demonstrate new policy as to how you had turned a new leaf? Isn't that like the first fucking thing that you should be doing?
Yeah.
But he doesn't. And so I think that a lot of liberals who say vote, and they don't want to engage in the discussion that Biden has some huge skeletons in his closet, huge, like fucking police brutality is part of that. Mm-hmm. He's part of that. So you got to be careful.
Dude, he wants to fund the police more. He straight up said when asked if he's against police brutality, when asked, do you want to defund the police, he scoffed,
and he said Trump wants to defund them more. It's like, bro, you're dumb. These politicians are not intelligent. Natalie and I would be a much better ticket for the Democratic Party. Oh, you'd be president, I'd be vice president.
Yes.
We would. Yeah. We should just do that.
Dude, even if you don't, even if Biden doesn't think we should defund the police, can't he understand how to read the room?
No, he doesn't know how to.
I just don't get it.
Yeah. So she says, look at the weed business. And that's interesting. Yeah?
Wait, no, you go.
So the weed business, it's interesting because you and I take edibles, right? Mm-hmm. But it's so gentrified the way we do it.
I know.
And the thing is, a lot of people our age do it in this gentrified way. But 10, 20 years ago, dude, the people selling it were locked up, and people in possession of it were locked up.
Well, they
for
still
years.
are.
They still are.
It's so sad that we can just do it casually and in a gentrified way. It's like going into a coffee shop, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, hey, and then there's these people in jail still for that crime. Yeah. A lot of them black. It's so messed up. It's so messed up.
And she actually, it's beautiful as she gets into this. I mean, we could talk about the 13th Amendment. I mean, we obviously know. We got a shot back without a shot back, take the shot back, and vaccines. Oof.
Wait.
We got a shot back without a shot back. I think she's talking about the 13th Amendment was the shot back. Possibly. I could be misconstruing it. Without a shot back. So you got a shot, but you didn't really get a shot. And that's why they developed the Jim Crow laws. That's why Biden wrote that tough on crime bill. That's why Kamala Harris is tough on crime. It's because they're not giving the shot back. They say, we're the Democratic Party. We're here to help you. No, we're here to give you a real shot. A real shot. Isn't that how they look?
Ew, oh my God. Oh.
We're going to restore the soul of America. I'm Joe Biden.
No, but
and I like ice cream.
It's so funny though, because Joe Biden does that, but then sometimes he slips and he goes like this. He's like...
Yeah. So, all we see is murder, murder, murder. And you wonder why we got a disorder. So anxiety, generational trauma is something that she mentions. Mm-hmm. And it's incredible that they locked people up for marijuana when these people were just dealing with the anxiety of the world that they were given.
Anxiety and financial status too. Dealing drugs too?
Financial status, how?
Well, most, low-income areas mostly have, people of color.
Yeah.
So if they're disproportionately like low income, they might resort to like drug dealing.
They could, yeah, but I think the also the thing is there's more gentrified neighborhoods that get involved with drug dealing, but they don't.
That's true.
But they don't get punished for it. I think that's what you mean.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
And it's funny because people our age, like we smoke or like take edibles because we have anxiety, and the anxiety is real for a lot of us. But shit, it's not like the anxiety that people who really, really have a hard life, what they actually deal with. So again, playing with the 99 problems and 12 is still the biggest. I don't get the Michael Vick Timms thing. I know Michael Vick was a football player who was it abused dogs. Remember dog fighting? Watch you run and walk miles in Michael Vick Timms. You're never seen as a victim. So I think she's talking about like black people, especially victims of police brutality, are never seen as the victim. Because you remember George Floyd? They were trying to say he was a criminal or something.
Yeah,
I don't even remember the charge.
There's so many different things that they're saying. They're like, one, it was a counterfeit check, and then I also heard from a few sources like, oh, he was on drugs.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I always tune out when they have that stuff.
But it's like, again, not seen as a victim, like trying to make
a reason for why that man's life should have been ended. Like, why are we making up reasons for why people's lives should end? I think the wild thing is, who the hell is a judge of who should live or die? Why be the judge, and why conservatives always try to like play judge and be like, well, it's actually just that they died because something, they were on drugs.
Oh my God.
And it's like,
Dude, that's no excuse.
There's no excuse for death on any side, anywhere. But yeah, watch you run and walk miles in Michael Vick Timms. I think that's just saying like, I don't want to misconstrue what she's saying, but I think it's, if we go to the next line, it says been dogged out, been dogged, no pause in house. I think that's sort of related to how like the black community has sort of still been seen as dogs in a way, not allowed into the institutionalized like system to actually change things. Think about it this way. They would rather kill people than give black people like the ability to just walk freely and be like live normally. Like live without fear of the police killing them. They would rather like, I saw they were looking up like, let me look this up real quick. They were trying to figure out military considering using heat. Like, hold on. Check this out. On NPR, it just came out today, I think, right? Today's the 16th. Military confirms it sought information on using heat ray against DC protesters.
Oh my God.
It would rather...
What even is that?
A heat ray weapon, full spectrum of non-lethal systems. Okay, so it would be non-lethal, but doesn't...
What is it?
That, I mean... Tear gas was considered non-lethal, right? But it's still banned because it fucking kills people, which means it's not non-lethal. It's a chemical weapon. This is heat rays. Sounds futuristic and dangerous. It's just incredible. And another thing is, the government doesn't care about people with with like certain immune disorders or with certain like asthma or something like that. They don't care.
No.
They're not like, oh, do you have asthma? Okay, maybe we shouldn't use tear gas on you. They're like, no, we gotta get rid of them to maintain power. And so the very last thing that Rapsody said is no daddy, no poppy. Who the kid's gonna call now? Who the kid's gonna call? But you steady killing they fathers left and right, our brothers. They trying to take you out. They can't take us out. We don't die. We multiply. Black man, black woman, 12. I think that's really cool. I would have added, I mean, maybe it didn't work with the line, but they are killing women too. Like Breonna Taylor. There's trans women who are also killed. But I mean, this is an incredible song nonetheless. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we didn't even cover like half of what this song is about, just because it's really dense with a lot of stuff in a good way, in a really good way. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
No. No, I think I'm still taking it in, but
I've heard the song before. I think that's why I have a lot more to say, but yeah. I love it. I think it's really cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us on the Far Left Show. We appreciate you. We love you. Take care.
Awesome.